Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Get ready because today we're diving headfirst into an update that's got everyone talking. Things are getting absolutely wild in the Newjeans versus Ador drama, and honestly, you won't believe some of the twists and turns we're seeing. We've got a lot to unpack. We're talking about Ador seemingly dropping Newjeans content out of the blue, Newjeans' own fans practically begging them to return to Ador, and then there's the intense backlash over a simple update on Newjeans' messaging app, phoning. And just when you thought it couldn't get any crazier, there's now even a full-blown movement brewing against Ador. Trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this because things are officially reaching peak levels of what even is happening. Before we dive into the nitty-gritty of this unfolding drama, do yourselves a massive favor. Hit that like button and subscribe. That way, you'll always stay updated on every single twist and turn in this absolutely captivating Newjeans versus Ador saga. With that said, let's stop wasting time and get straight into what's going on, and more importantly, why this is far more significant than it might appear on the surface. So let's kick things off with something that's genuinely sparked a frenzy, an unexpected update that has, in turn, sparked some truly unexpected reactions. Newjeans' former and currently legally mandated company, Ador, recently shared a surprise update on their designated app, phoning. And while the content itself might seem pretty straightforward, the reactions from fans and netizens alike have been anything but. As you all know, the ongoing, very public conflict between the young girl group and their label has been the center of attention for what feels like an eternity. So it's absolutely no surprise that Korean netizens are meticulously scrutinizing and debating even the smallest of updates coming from either side. What was this momentous update, you ask? Well, it was announced that on June 12th, 2025, mark your calendars, Bunnies, Newjeans will release a brand new video titled A Full Day of PE Class. This is apparently part of their incredibly popular series, and the official schedule was posted on Phoning. The video itself, which promises unreleased behind-the-scenes content, will be posted on the group's official YouTube channel. Now, under normal circumstances, this would be a lighthearted, enjoyable, and much anticipated update for fans. It's exactly the kind of content that sends fan bases into a happy, buzzing frenzy. However, given the current highly tumultuous situation, many are scratching their heads and seriously questioning the reason behind its release. And here's where things get interesting, and a little bit perplexing for some. If you haven't been following every twist and turn, there's currently a very real, very active injunction in place. This legal ruling effectively allows Ador to remain Newjeans' management company. So, in a purely legal and operational sense, Ador releasing this sort of content should actually be a normal, everyday thing. They are, after all, still the management. But here's the kicker. Newjeans fans are absolutely not having it. Many are even calling Ador's actions weird and disrespectful. Why the strong reaction, you ask? Because Newjeans themselves have publicly stated that they've lost all trust in Ador. So, in the eyes of many fans, Ador posting content featuring the girls, almost as if nothing has changed, feels incredibly odd and out of touch. But let's keep it real for a second, just between us. Is it really weird? When you strip away the emotional layers of the conflict and look at it purely from a legal standpoint? No, it's not. Ador is their management company, and they are technically allowed to post their content as they wish, especially given the ongoing injunction. It's an uncomfortable truth for many fans, but a truth nonetheless. On the other hand, and this is where we venture into pure speculation, there's a wild theory floating around. This new content could possibly mean that Newjeans has, in some capacity, returned to Ador to film this video. Now, I have to stress, this is just a theory, and it's not very likely to be true given everything we know. However, if Ador is indeed in charge of their activities due to the injunction, perhaps they did ask the girls to film a video for new content. And perhaps, just perhaps, their new team of 13 lawyers, who are probably earning their weight in gold right now, advised them to do this. Why? So the court could see that Newjeans are, in fact, following the rulings and not actively defying the injunction. We've seen in the past that there have been accusations of them not just disrespecting the court, but also ignoring its rules, so this could be a strategic move. And the prevailing sentiment is that this phoning update, coming from Newjeans' very own messaging app, makes some believe the timing is very intentionally connected to Ador's ongoing legal feud with Newjeans. Many are suggesting that this video might be strategically used by Ador to demonstrate unequivocally that Newjeans is still active and operational under Ador's management. It's a power play, a statement, all wrapped up in a seemingly innocent PE class video. Yet, amidst this wave of discontent, an intriguing countercurrent has emerged. Many netizens are actually calling for the group to return to Ador and continue their activities with the label. It seems some fans are filled with a deep nostalgia, yearning for the good old days. Comments circulating online reflect this sentiment, with many reading things like, "Ha, I wish you could go back, I miss your songs," and even heartfelt pleas such as, "Newjeans, please come back, I'm begging you." As the legal battle continues to rage on, Newjeans' future remains shrouded in uncertainty, leaving fans to grapple with these incredibly difficult and emotionally charged circumstances. But hold on, because the drama certainly doesn't stop there. This unexpected update on phoning didn't just spark longing for the past. It also caused a rather significant divide within the fandom itself. Many fans were utterly shocked to discover that a considerable number of Bunnies, as Newjeans fans are affectionately known, were still subscribed to the phoning app. So, let me paint the picture for you. After Newjeans publicly expressed their desire to distance themselves from Ador, they seemingly stopped posting on their messaging app. Why? Because that app is reportedly being run by none other than Ador and Hybe. So while the girls themselves were in a state of content radio silence on the app, some of their dedicated fans were apparently still subscribed, faithfully paying their monthly fees, probably holding on to hope for a new update. Think about it. It's likely been an entire year, which means these devoted fans were paying for a subscription to an app tied to their favorite artists, all while Ador and Hybe were presumably earning all the money from those subscriptions. A pretty shrewd move if you're Ador, right? So when the Newjeans app, Phoning, finally broke its silence with that update about Newjeans releasing a new video soon, a significant portion of the Bunnies fanbase was triggered by the fact that so many of their fellow fans were still subscribed to it, essentially funneling money to the companies in question. The outrage was palpable. It felt like a betrayal to some who believed they were supporting Newjeans, only to find their money potentially aiding the very entity the group was at odds with. But wait, there's more. This revelation didn't just cause a fan-dividing stir, it ignited a literal movement. A new hashtag, called Bunnies Against Ador, has gone completely viral on social media, quickly becoming a rallying cry among Newjeans fans to show their unwavering support for the group and their displeasure with Ador. Now, I have to admit, I find this new viral hashtag a little bit amusing, purely because I always just assumed that Bunnies were against Ador already, well, because it seems as though Newjeans themselves are. The posts under this hashtag are primarily calling out Ador for that controversial update on phoning, the one I just talked about, and also expressing frustration over the distinct possibility that Ador might continue to release content from years ago, content they still possess featuring Newjeans. This prospect, while offering glimpses of the girls, also feels like Ador maintaining a firm grip on their past work, even as their present and future are so fiercely contested. It's a classic move. If you can't make new content, recycle the old. However, the fandom is not a monolith, and not every bunny has jumped on the hashtag Bunnies Against Ador bandwagon. On the other hand, some fans are actively against this hashtag, and while still loving Newjeans dearly, they simply wish for the group to return back to Ador. And honestly, I actually understand those people. I personally was a big Newjeans fan before they started to make demands to their own company, before the public accusations, and before the deluge of statements that seemed to escalate the situation. I loved their music, their concept, their artistry, but as the drama unfolded, I found myself leaning towards what appeared to be the truth and justice, even if it meant stepping back from the initial, more emotionally charged narrative. What's truly striking is the dichotomy in how fans perceive this situation. Many Newjeans fans, perhaps blinded by unwavering loyalty or a romanticized view of artists fighting against corporate giants, simply see young girls fighting for their rights and standing up as revolutionaries. They envision a brave rebellion against an oppressive system, where their beloved idols are the underdogs. However, for those of us looking at the broader picture, the reality often seems far more complex, and frankly, less heroic. The lines between victim and instigator appear blurred, painted in shades of corporate maneuvering and personal ambition. Consider this. The girls literally mentioned in a BBC interview that they don't like bringing in another group, presumably Illit, because it brings them down. Yet, this stance feels incredibly confusing and, dare I say, a bit hypocritical, especially when their own literal fans have reportedly sent death threats to other groups involved in this messy dispute. It's a stark contrast between a stated desire for peace and the aggressive actions of a segment of their fan base. Furthermore, adding another layer to the confusion, the group even posted a message to clarify Hani's messages that literally exposed her for being manipulated by Min Hee-jin to create the entire Illit situation. They can issue clarifications when it suits them, when it aims to mitigate negative press surrounding their own members, but they can't even make a simple public statement to protect Illit when they claim not to like bringing them up. The inconsistency is glaring, and it's a truth that many Newjeans fans fans seem unable, or perhaps unwilling, to accept. It highlights a narrative that is perhaps carefully constructed, rather than a transparent display of vulnerability or genuine concern for others caught in the crossfire. The drama has, in essence, spilled beyond the confines of boardrooms and legal papers, turning the fandom itself into a fractured landscape. This internal discord, where bunnies are arguing with other bunnies over subscriptions and perceived loyalties, is a prime example of how protracted conflicts can inadvertently create more chaos within the very communities they impact. Instead of a united front of support, we're seeing a fascinating, almost tragic spectacle of fans turning on each other, each side convinced of their own moral high ground. This phenomenon underscores how deep-seated loyalty can be weaponized, or conversely, how it can become a source of profound disillusionment. Overall, it's becoming increasingly clear that this situation, especially from the Newjeans fans' perspective, is actually causing more drama and confusion than Newjeans themselves. It's the ripple effect of fervent loyalty meeting complex corporate machinations manifesting in public spats and viral hashtags. The lines continue to blur, and the saga seems to be taking on a life of its own, driven as much by fan reactions as by the principal players. So, that's it for this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button with notifications on, and like this video if you enjoyed this in-depth breakdown on the latest updates in this rollercoaster Newjeans saga. Thank you for watching till the end, and bye for now. What are your thoughts on this latest turn of events in the Newjeans versus Ador trial? Let us know in the comments below. And with that said, see you in the next video. Bye for now.